Good morning, students. Standard 8, Subject Mathematics, Chapter 6, Squares and Square Root, Part 3. Before doing exercise 6.3, let's go through the example, page number 101. You can open your textbook. Is 2352 a perfect square? If not, find the smallest multiple of 2352, which is a perfect square. Find the square root of the new number. So first you have to check whether this number is a perfect square. So what you have to do, first you have to find the prime factors. So 2352 divided by 2, so we'll get 1176. Again divide by 2, 588. Divide by 2, 294. Again divide by 2, 147. Divide by 3, because it is not in the table of 2. Now 49, 7 sevens are 49. So we have 2352 is 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. First, you have to pair it. So 2, 2, so 1 pair, again 2, 2, 1 pair, 3 is only 1, and 7, 7, 1 pair. Okay. So which number is not a pair? Here, 3. So as the prime factor 3 has no pair, so what we can say? It is not a perfect square. Last class already I have explained. If 3 gets a pair, then the number will become perfect square. So what we have to do? So we have to multiply 3 to 2352. So we multiply 2352 by 3 to get 2352 multiplied by 3. If you multiply LHS, you have to multiply RHS also. Then you have to pair it. Now each prime factor is in a pair. Therefore, 2352 multiplied by 3. So what we will get? 7056. So that is a perfect square. Thus, the required smallest multiple of 2352 is 7056, which is a perfect square. And you have to find the square root, because they already asked square root of new number. The square root of 7056 is equal to 2 times. So 1 time you have to write. Again 2 times 2. 1 time you have to write. 3, 2 times, 1 time. Again 7, 1 time. 2 2s are 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 7s are 84. The square root of 7056 is equal to 84. Clear? Now which number we have to multiply? We have to multiply 3. And this number is not a perfect square. Example 7. Find the smallest number by which 9408 must be divided so that the quotient is a perfect square. Find the square root of the quotient. So first you have to find the prime factors of 9408. You can do it by yourself. Now what is the answer? 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 7 into 7. First you have to pair it. So you can see here 3 is only 1. If you divide 9408 by the factor 3, then if you divide LHS, you have to divide RHS also. So these 3 will be cancelled. So which is a perfect square. So now you can see that all the numbers are in pairs. So 9408 divided by 3, we will get 3136. Therefore, the required smallest number is 3. Because we have divided by 3, then we got 3136, that is a perfect square. Now you have to find the square root of 3136. You can write all the number one time. Here 2 times, 1 time you have to write. Again 1 time, again 1 time. Now 7 also 1 time. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 7s are 56. So what we can say? Square root of 3136 is equal to 56. Example 8. Find the smallest square number which is divisible by each of the numbers 6, 9 and 15. So you have to find the smallest square number which is divisible by the numbers 6, 9 and 15. So first you have to find the smallest common multiple and then find the square number needed. So smallest common multiple means you have to find LCM. So first you have to find the LCM of 6, 9, 15. Divide by 2. So 3, 9, 15. Divide by 3. So 1. 3 3s are 9. 5 3s are 15. Again divide by 3. So 1, 1. 5 is not in the table of 3. Write it as it is. Again divide by 5. So 1, 1, 1. So what is the LCM? 2 3s are 6. 6 3s are 18. 18 5s are 90. So prime factorization of 90 is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. Here you can see that 2 and 5 are not in pairs. Only you can see 3 in pair. So we see that prime factors 2 and 5 are not in pairs. Therefore, what we can say, 90 is not a perfect square. So in order to get a perfect square, each factor of 90 must be paired. So what we have to do? We need to make pairs of 2 and 5. Therefore, 90 should be multiplied by 2 and 5, that is 10. Hence, the required square number is 90 multiplied by 10, that is 900. It's clear? Now we will start exercise 6.3. Question number 5. For each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. First one, 252. So what you have to find? First you have to find the prime factorization of 252. So divide by 2, 126. Again divide by 2, 63. Divide by 3, that is 21. Divide by 3, so we'll get 7. 7 sevens are, that is 1. So prime factorization of 252 is 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 and 7. So here you have to do the pair. Here 2 times and 3 also 2 times. So here you can see here 7 is only 1 time. Here the prime factorization of 252 is not in pair. That means 7 has no pair. Thus 7 is the smallest whole number by which the given number is multiplied to get a perfect square number. You have to multiply one more 7. So if you multiply here, you have to multiply LHS also. Therefore, the new square number is 252 multiplied by 7, that is 1764. Multiplication you can do it by yourself and check the answer is correct or not. Don't copy. Now, you have to find the square root of new number. So we got 1764 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 and 7 multiplied by 7. Now we have to find the square root. So that is square root of 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3, 7 multiplied by 7. Now you have to pair it. In a square root, 2 times written, you have to write outside the square only 1 time. So here you can see that 2 times 2. So 1 time you have to write outside the square root. Again 3 times 3. So 1 time you have to write. 7 also 2 times. 1 time you have to write. 2 3s are 6. 6 7s are 42. So what is the square root of 1764? 42. Second one, 180. First you have to find the prime factors of 180. Divide by 2, that is 90. Again divide by 2, 45. Divide by 3, that is 15. Again divide by 3, that is 5. Divide by 5, that is 1. So prime factors of 180 is 180 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 and 5. Now we have to check whether it is in pair or not. So 2 times, 3 2 times, but you can see here 5 is only 1 time. So what we can say here, 5 has no pair. So 5 is the smallest whole number by which the given number is multiplied to get a square number. If we multiply here 5, then all the numbers will be pair. Then we can say it is a perfect square. So new square number is equal to 180 multiplied by 5, that is 900. Now we can write 900 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 and 5 multiplied by 5. One more 5 you have to multiply. Now you have to find the square root. So square root of 900 is equal to square root of 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 and 5 multiplied by 5. Now in a square root, one number is multiplied by 2 times. Outside the square root, 1 time you have to write. So here 2 times 2. So 1 time you have to write. Again 3 2 times, 1 time you have to write. Again 5 2 times, 1 time you have to write. 5 3s are 15. 15 2s are 30. So what is the square root of 930? Third one, 1008. First you have to find prime factors of 1008. So first divide by 2, 504. Again divide by 2, 252. Divide by 2, 126. Divide by 2, that is 63. Divide by 3, that is 21. Again divide by 3, 7. Divide by 7, that is 1. So what is the prime factorization of 1008? That is 1008 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. Now you can pair it. You have to take 2 2. So here 2 2 times. Again 2 2 times. 3 2 times. What about 7? It has no pair. Right? Here 7 has no pair. Thus 7 is the smallest whole number by which the given number is multiplied to get a perfect square number. New square number is equal to 1008 multiplied by 7. Now to multiply by yourself. So that is 7056. Now you have to write 7056 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3, then 7 multiplied by 7. Clear? There are only one 7, so you have to multiply one more 7. So that is square root of 7056 is equal to, you have to put square root. Again write the same number. Now you have to take 2 2. So 2 times 2, that means 1 time you have to write. Again 2 times 3, 2 times 7, again 2 times. So outside the square root you have to write 1 time. That is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. Clear children? Here 2 times 2, so you have to write outside the square root only 1 time. Like this you have to write all the numbers. So again 2, then 3, then 7. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 7s are 84. So what is the square root of 7056? 84. Fourth one, 2028. First you have to find the prime factors of 2028. First divide by 2, that is 1014. Again divide by 2, 507. Divide by 3, 169. 13. 13s are 169. Again divide by 13, that is 1. So what is the prime factorization of 2028? That is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 13 into 13. Now you have to pair it. So here 2 times, but here 3 only 1 times. You can see here 3 is only 1 time, then 13 is 2 times. What do you have to write? Here 3 is not in pair. Okay. Thus 3 is the Rickett's smallest whole number. Therefore new square number is equal to 2028 multiplied by 3. That is 6084. Now you have to write 6084 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2. Then what do you have to write? 3 multiplied by 3. Okay. Multiply by 13 multiply by 13. Now you have to find the square root of 6084. That is square root of 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 and 13 multiplied by 13. Now 2 times 2. So 1 time you have to write. Again 2 times 3. 1 time you have to write. 13 also 2 times. So 1 time you have to write outside the square root. That is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 13. 2 3s are 6. 6 13s are 78. So what is the square root of 6084? 78. Now question number 5 and 6 you can do it as homework. Question number 6. For each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which it should be divided so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. So last question we have done, that is it should be multiplied by. So here question is it should be divided by. So instead of multiplication here you have to do division. Clear? First one 252. So first you have to find the prime factorization. So 252 divided by 2, that is 126. Again divide by 2, 63. Divide by 3, that is 21. Divide by 3, that is 7. 7 divided by 7, that is 1. So prime factorization of 252 is 252 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 7. And you have to pair it and check. So here 2 times Again 3 also 2 times, but here 7 is only 1 time. So which number we have to divide? 7. So here you can write here 7 has no pair. So 7 is the smallest whole number by which 252 is divided to get a square number. Now new square number is equal to 252 divided by 7, that is 36. This division you can do it by yourself. Divide 252 divided by 7 and check whether you are getting 36. Clear? Now, what you have to do? You have to find the square root of the square number so obtained. So, here we got 36 is the new square number. Then you have to find the square root of 36. So, square root of 36 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3. Because 7 we already divided. Okay? Now, what is remaining that you have to write. Again, you have to pair and check. Here 2 times, so 1 time you have to write outside. Again 3, 2 times, 1 time you have to write outside the square root. So that is 2 multiplied by 3, 2 3s are 6. So what is the square root of 36? 6. It's clear? Question number 2, 2925. First you have to find the prime factors of 2925. So first you have to divide by 3 because last number is 5. It is not divisible by 2. Now you have to check divisible by 3. This 975. Again divide by 3. 325. Divide by 5. 65. Again divide by 5. That is 13. Divide by 13. That is 1. Okay. So prime factorization of 2925 is 3 multiplied by 3. 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 13. Now you have to pair it. So 3 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 5. But you can see here 13 is only 1 time. So here 13 has no pair. So which is the smallest number by which it should be divided? 13 is the smallest whole number by which 2925 is divided to get a square number. Therefore, new square number is equal to 2925 divided by 13. Again, division part you have to do yourself and check whether the answer is correct or not. The 2925 divided by 13. Divide and check whether you are getting 225. Now you have to find the square root of 225. So that is 3 multiplied by 3 and 5 multiplied by 5. Now inside the square root 2 times. So outside the square root only 1 time you have to write. So 3 multiplied by 5. 3 5s are 15. So what is the square root of 225? 15. Third one, 396. So first you have to find the prime factors. Divide by 2, 198. Divide by 2, that is 99. Divide by 3, 33. Divide by 3, that is 11. Again divide by 11, 1. So prime factorization of 396 is 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 11. Again here you can see that 2 times, 3 again 2 times, but 11 is only 1 time. That means 11 has no pair. Therefore, 11 is the required smallest whole number by which 396 is divided to get a square number. Now what you have to do? New square number is equal to 396 divided by 11. So we will get 36. Again division part you have to do it by yourself. Square root of 36 is equal to square root of 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3. Now outside the square root, how many times you have to write? 1 time. Okay. So here 2 times. So outside the square root 1 time. That is 2 multiplied by 3. That is 6. The square root of 36 is equal to 6. Question number 4. 2645. First you have to find the prime factors of 2645. Divide by 5. That is 529. Divide by 23. Again divide by 23. Right. 23s are 529. Again divide by 23, we will get 1. So prime factorization of 2645 is 5 multiplied by 23 multiplied by 23. Here you can see that 5 is not in pair, but 23 is in pair. So 5 is the required whole number by which 2645 is multiplied to get a square number. Now new square number is equal to 2645 divided by 5. Already we divided, so what is the answer? 529. Therefore, square root of 529 is equal to square root of 23 multiplied by 23. 2 times 23, so 1 time you have to write outside the square root. So, square root of 529 is equal to 23. Question number 7. The students of class 8 of a school donated rupees 2401 in all for Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. Each student donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. Find the number of students in the class. Question is clear? Total amount of money donated, that is rupees 2401. And what is given here? Each student donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. What is the meaning of this? How much money each student donated? How many students in the class? That much money they donated. That means, suppose there are 30 students in the class. So, each student donated rupees 30. Clear? Now, if there are 50 students in the class, then each student donated 50 rupees. So, you can write the sentence like this. Given, each student donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. Therefore, total number of students in the class is equal to square root of 2401. Now, you have to find the prime factors of 2401. Divide by 7, that is 343. Again divide by 7, 49. Divide by 7, that is 7. Again divide by 7, that is 1. So, that is square root of 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. And 2 times 7, that means 1 time you have to write outside the square root. Again 2 times 7, 1 time you have to write outside the square root. That is 7 multiplied by 7 is equal to 49. So, how many students in the class? There were 49 students in the class. So, each student donated rupees 49. Clear? Question number 8. You can do it as homework. Same like question number 7. Question number 9. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the numbers 4, 9, 10. You have to find the smallest square number which is divisible by 4, 9 and 10. If the question comes like this, what you have to do? You should find the LCM of 4, 9 and 10. The smallest number divisible by 4, 9 and 10 is equal to their LCM. Clear? If they ask greatest number, you have to find HCF. Okay? The smallest number they ask, so you have to find the LCM. Then you have to find the LCM of 4, 9 and 10. Divide by 2, that is 2, 9, 5. Again divide by 2, so that is 1, 9, 5. Because 9 and 5 is not in the table of 2, write as it is. Now divisible by 3, 1 write as it is. Now 3 3s are 9. Again 5 is not in the table of 3, write as it is here. Divide by 3, that is 1, 1, 5. Again divide by 5, 1, 1, 1. Clear? Now LCM of 4, 9 and 10 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. So that is 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 3s are 36, 36 5s are 180. Therefore, the least number divisible by 4, 9 and 10 is equal to 180. Now you have to find the prime factorization of 180. Okay. So you can do it by yourself because already I explained. So divide by first 2. The same sum we have already done. So you can do it by yourself. So you will get 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. Now you have to check the pairs. Here 2 times, 3 also 2 times, but 5 is not in pair. That means here 5 has no pair. Therefore, the required smallest square number is equal to 180 multiplied by 5, that is 900. So, the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the number 4, 9 and 10 is 900. Clear? Question number 10. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the numbers 8, 15 and 20. So here again same question. You have to find the smallest square number that is divisible by 8, 15 and 20. So what you have to do? You have to find their LCM. So 8, 15 and 20. So divide by 2, 4. 15 is not in the table of 2, right? As it is. Again 20 divided by 2, that is 10. Again divide by 2, 2, 15, 5. Again divide by 2, you will get 1, 15 and 5. 15 is table of 3. So you have to write 3, 1, 5, 5. Again divide by 5, that is 1, 1, 1. So what is the LCM? 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 5. Now 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, 24 5s are 120. Okay. Now you have to check the pair. Here you can see that 2 multiplied by 2 and here 2 is only 1 and 3 is also only 1 and 5 also only 1. So what you have to do? Here 2, 3 and 5 have no pair. Therefore the required smallest square number is equal to 120 multiplied by these are numbers. That is multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 5. Okay. So which number have no pair? That number you have to multiply. So 120 multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 5. 5 2s are 10, 10 3s are 30. 120 multiplied by 30, that is 3600. Okay. So which is the smallest square number that is divisible by 8, 15 and 20? 3600. Now open your textbook. Finding square root by division method. When the numbers are large, even the method of finding square root by prime factorization becomes lengthy and difficult. If the number is too large, it is very difficult to find the prime factorization. To overcome this problem, we use long division method. For this, we need to determine the number of digits in the square root. See the following table. Number 10 square is 100. Number 31 square is 961. 32 1024. 99 9801. So 100 is the smallest 3-digit perfect square. Then 961, which is the greatest 3-digit perfect square. 1024, which is the smallest 4-digit perfect square. 9801, it is the greatest 4-digit perfect square. So what can we say about the number of digits in the square root if a perfect square is 3-digit or 4-digit number? If it is 3-digit, square root have only 2 digits, and if it have 4 digits, then its square root have 2 digits. Okay, so 3 or 4, the square root will have 2 digits. We can say that if a perfect square is a 3-digit or a 4-digit number, then its square root will have 2 digits. Can you tell the number of digits in the square root of a 5-digit or 6-digit perfect square? Yes. If it is 5-digit or 6-digit, then its square root will have 3 digits. The smallest 3-digit perfect square number is 100, which is the square of 10, and the greatest 3-digit perfect square number is 961, which is the square of 31. And the smallest 4-digit perfect square number is 1024, which is the square of 32, and the greatest 4-digit perfect square is 9801, which is the square of 99. Now, estimating the number, we use bars to find number of digits in the square root of a perfect square number. Suppose if you want to find the square root of 529, what you have to do? You should draw a bar from the ones place. So here 9 is the ones place, 10s, 100. You have to start from here and you should put bar. Then you have to write next number bar. The next one, square root of 4096. So you have to start from the ones place. Pair means 2 number. So 1, again 2. Suppose last only one number like this, you have to put the bar for only one number. Okay. In both the numbers 529 and 4096, there are 2 bars and the number of digits in the square root is 2. Clear? So here 2 bars. So here square root will have 2-digit number. And here again this number have 2 bars, so its square root will have 2 digits. Can you tell the number of digits in the square root of 14,400? So what you have to do? First you have to put bar like this. Ones place you have to start 1, 2, again 1, 2, again 1. So how many bar? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 bars. So the square root will be of 3 digits. Clear? Now how many bars? That many digits the square root will have. Try this. Without calculating square root, find the number of digits in the square root of the following numbers. So 25,600. So students, what you have to do first? You have to do bar. So 1, 2, 1, 2, now 1. So how many bars are here? 3 bars. So fine. Number of digits in the square root will have 3 digits. Clear? Next one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1. So how many bar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, 5 digit in the square root of this number. Clear? Next one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 3 bars. So therefore, number of digit in the square root of 36,864 is 3. So what you have learned? If there are 3 bars, so its square root will have 3 digit number. Okay. The number have 5 bar, then its square root will have 5 digit. It's clear? This is another method of finding number of digits in the square root. If n is number of digits in a square number, then if n is even, number of digits in the square root is n by 2. If n is odd, number of digits in the square root is n plus 1 by 2. Students, this is formula you have to write in your maths notebook. Exercise 6.4. Question number 1. I will explain you in the next class. Question number 2. Find the number of digits in the square root of each of the following numbers without any calculation. So there are 2 methods I explained. So both the method I have done here. Any one method you can write in your maths notebook. First one, 64. Here n is equal to 2. So there are 2 digits in the given number. So you have to write 2 and you have to check whether it is even or odd. 2 is an even number. So what is the formula? Number of digits in the square root of 64 is equal to n by 2. If it is odd, then n plus 1 by 2. You have to by heart the formula. Now here n is equal to 2. So 2 divided by 2, that is 1. Or you can use the first method, that is placing bar. By placing bars, we obtain 64. So 2 numbers, so 1 bar you have to put. Since there is only 1 bar, the square root of 64 will have only 1 digit. Clear? Second one, 144. Here how many digits? 3. 1, 2, 3. So n is equal to 3. Now you have to check whether it is odd or even. 3 is an odd number. Number of digits in square root of 144 is equal to. If n is odd, then what is the formula? N plus 1 by 2. So n is equal to 3. So 3 plus 1 by 2. 3 plus 1, that is 4. 4 by 2, answer is 2. Or you can use the method by placing bar, we obtain 144. So 1, 2, put bar, then 1. Okay. So how many bar here? 2 bar. Since there are 2 bars, the square root of 144 will have 2 digits in it. Now third one, 4489. Here n is equal to 4. That is even number. So number of digits in square root of 4489 is equal to n by 2 because it is even. So n is 4. So 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Or you can do this method by placing bar, we obtain. Now 4489, 1, 2 bar, 1, 2 bar. Since there are 2 bars, the square root of 4489 will have 2 digits in it. It's clear? Now question number 5, 6, remaining sums you can do it as homework. Students, we will continue this exercise in the next class. You have to complete all the homework which I given to you. Thank you.